Hey YouTube, this is Daily Space Observations, bringing you your daily dose of space. So before I start this video, subscribe now if you want to see clips of celestial events and live streams too, and also recordings of planets, the moon, stars, and etc. and product reviews and tutorials on telescopes and other stuff. So my last video was how far can an 8 times monocular see, but this time I'm gonna take it a step further by asking or making a video on how far can a 70mm telescope, which was partially made for terrestrial viewing, see. I thought this would be an interesting topic to do, and I will start off my observations. So without further ado, let me set up my telescope and we can start. Now that I have my telescope set up, let's go over some ground rules. 1. I will be using both the 20 times and 40 times eyepieces. 2. The targets I'm looking at will be up to 10 or more kilometers away. And I will be using my Barlow lens or any form of digital zooming. Let's start. Okay, so I do not know the exact distance between me and the things I'm looking at, so before I show them in my telescope, I'm just gonna show you what they look like to the naked eye. So my first target is this crane here, right there. Not too far, it doesn't seem too far, probably less than a kilometer still. Or maybe exactly 1, I'm not sure. The second target will be this far away building. That one right there. Yeah, that building there. So we are getting very far now. The third target is this island in the river, because I know that there's some cool stuff there. And finally, the farthest one, this mountain here. Now, there are windmills that I can just about see with my eyes that are on the mountain, but you get a much better look at them with the telescope or binoculars. So my final target will be this faraway mountain. Let's begin. So this is the first target. It is the crane, and this is with the 20 times or 20mm eyepiece. Now, I don't think I'm gonna show it in the finder scope. It's gonna be way too hard since my adapter can't fit it on there. So sorry about that. But so I am not using my Barlow lens, and I'm not digital zooming. So I'm not zooming in on my phone. Look, I can zoom in more, but I'm not zooming in. So yeah, this is what a crane looks like at 20 times, and I will move on to 40 times now. So as you can see, at 40 times, the whole crane now does not fit in my field of view, because my field of view has, it's gotten smaller and I'm more zoomed in. So it makes it harder to get the whole thing. Here, let me just go down a bit. It says Binergy. I can't read that with my eyes, but Binergy. You can take a look at that. It's pretty cool to read the title actually. So this is what it looks like at 40 times now. So as you can see, it's very clear. You can see all of the small details very well. And I'd say that the 40 times eyepiece does a good job at bringing out all of the smaller things that you can't see with the 20 times one. Okay, let's move on to target 2. Okay, so here is the second target, which is this very far building, and which I did not notice without my telescope, is that it has a crane on top of it, and I literally did not see that with my eyes. Like I can see the building, but I cannot see that crane. So that actually brings out a lot of cool details too. This is with the 20mm eyepiece, or the 20 times eyepiece. So that brings out a lot of detail, and the next eyepiece is gonna be twice as much magnification, so we'll see what happens with that. So this is the target number 2. It's the faraway building at 40 times now, and as you can see, there are now windows. Like, you can see even more tiny details that are not even visible with the naked eye. I can even see like lights going off in one of the windows. Let me just zoom in a bit. Can you see that? Actually, I think zooming out is better. But like, there's a little flashing light there. I think it might, oh no, it's still there. So this is the second target with the 40 times eyepiece. Let's move on. So for our third target for my telescope, here is a little church, or I think it's a church. It's a big house that is on an island that is in a river that's, I think, about like 7 or 7.5 kilometers from my balcony, and I'd say it gets a really good view. Like, you could see the church house quite clearly, and if you don't see it, I'll just zoom in and show you. Oh, sorry, it's just a bit wobbly when it's zoomed in. So there, that's the church house. So at 20 times, it looks really clear. And right now it's just turning night. The only star I can see is Venus, surprisingly. But yeah, that's the church house through the small magnification eyepiece. So this is the church house now at 40 times magnification with the higher magnification eyepiece. And as you can see, it shows up in great detail, and if you don't see, I'm just gonna zoom in a bit. I think it's better zoomed out there. So as you can see, this church tower shows up very well, and even with the 20 times eyepiece, it still showed very well too. Hold on a minute, I don't know why it's not. There we go, now I can see it good. So there's the church house, and I'd say it looks very good, and this is again 7.5 kilometers from here. So let's move on to the final target now that that's done. So the final target in 20 times is the background mountains, and as you can see, there are the windmills right there. They will show up much better in 20 times, but in 40 times, but you still see them very good in the 20 times eyepiece too. So it's about 10 kilometers, maybe 9, 8, something like that. So these are the giant windmills I've been talking about, And I think they look cool, especially when they're spinning. And yeah, hold on, let me see. So as you can see in the background there are two sets of windmills. I didn't know that. So if you can see in the background, there are just faded mountains because they're so far. So then let's move on to the next, or I mean to this target in the high magnification eyepiece. Okay, so this is the final target in the 40 times eyepiece, and as you can see, I told you about those windmills, and they actually look really clear, like even more clear than I thought. And this mountain's maybe 10 kilometers from here, maybe more. I'm not exactly sure. I thought there were more windmills here, but I think these are the only ones. But look, I can even see them turning. That's so cool. So this is the background mountains with the 40 times eyepiece. And if you're wondering, they're actually closer mountains. I'm gonna point at those too. There we go. And there's a building there. There's that building. There's something on top of one of the mountains. But yeah, here are the other mountains. They're also really cool too, and they're a bit closer. As you can see, they're less faded, which is cool. Okay, so this is my video on how far a 70mm telescope can see. I'd say it can see probably a maximum of 10 kilometers. Really 10? Maybe a maximum of 15 kilometers, like the very, very max. On land. Don't forget, that's on land. But really, for terrestrial viewing, using the 20 times eyepiece is probably better since it has a wider field of view and it's not too zoomed in. But this is my video. I just wanted to use the 40 times eyepiece to see what would happen, and this is my video on how far a 70mm telescope can see. I hope you've enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a notification button. Press that notification button and leave a like. I'll see you guys later. Bye.